Good morning, everyone. Everyone should have a copy of this pamphlet. It reminds us that not just here on our own homeland, but overseas, there are 24 places where over 150,000 of our heroes, veterans, and family members are laid to rest. Thank you. Welcome to today's ceremony, and thank you for attending. I'm very honored to be speaking with you today on such an important and solemn occasion. Anything that I say here has been said many times by other people throughout our country on this particular honored day of our fallen veterans. We're here to honor our fallen service members in all wars, conflicts, and police actions. We remember the sacrifices they have made in honor of their service duty, honor, and country. A Greek philosopher once said, "The bravest are surely those who have the clearest vision of what is before them, both danger and fear alike, and yet, notwithstanding, go out to meet it." We're here today to honor our heroes, known and unknown to us, their courage and dedication, and to say thanks for their services. Thinking of the heroes who gave their all, who are not here, but only in spirit. A person can't help but feel awed by the enormity of what we encounter. We gather here in freedom because of those who went towards the sound of the guns and nobly served. The service members we honor today come from all walks of life, religion, culture, but they shared several fundamental qualities. They possessed courage, pride, determination, selflessness, dedication to duty, God, and country. All the qualities needed to serve a cause larger than oneself. Many of them didn't want to leave home or their family to fight on distant battlefields. Many didn't even volunteer. They didn't go to war because they loved fighting. They were called to be part of something bigger than themselves. They were ordinary people who responded in extraordinary ways in extreme times and situations. They rose to the nation's call because they wanted to protect a nation which has given them and us so much. The how and why we get into these damn wars is a subject for another time and another debate. Since the first shots at Lexington and Concord were fired and our Revolutionary War began, American men and women have answered the nation's call to duty. Look and remember these pages of today's fallen that are in front of us. Millions of Americans have fought and died on battlefields here and abroad, with names we had never heard of, to defend our freedom and way of life. Today our troops continue to make the ultimate sacrifice. And as we lose troops, more Americans step forward to say, "I'm ready to serve." They follow in the footsteps of generations of Americans from all walks of life. The idea for Memorial Day, originally called Decoration Day, arose from the ashes of our Civil War. Following this war, some 620,000 Americans on both sides had been killed and hundreds of thousands maimed. The war's unprecedented carnage and destruction was on a scale not even imaginable a few years before, and it changed America's view of war forever. But the wars never stopped coming. From those dark times, it was the families who were honoring their dead family members that began to make sense of the whole war. Although there are different versions of how Memorial Day began, one story goes that the grieving families of both Northern and Southern began decorating the graves of their lost soldiers with flowers and wreaths. In one city in Mississippi, people decorated the graves of both Union and Confederate troops out of the respect for the families of the Union soldiers, with the hope that someone would do the same for their lost love once in the North. These informal honors led to the first formal Memorial Day observance in Waterloo, New York on May the 5th, 1866. Congress officially recognized Memorial Day as a federal holiday in 1887. Since then, with each passing year and subsequent war or conflict, we have continued to remember and honor our fallen veterans. We have awarded medals to many soldiers, wrote songs about their bravery, added their names to monuments, and named buildings for them to honor their service and bravery. But nothing can ever replace the hole left behind by a fallen veteran who was a friend, a family member, or a member of the community. No number of medals or ribbons can comfort the ones left behind to mourn. Two fallen veterans come to mind from my hometown of Mount Savage. Two veterans come to mind from my hometown of Mount Savage. One, Robert Walsh, Air Force, died Vietnam, 4/27/70. Donald Wright, Air Force pilot, MIA, 11/24/69, and finally found somewhere around 1995, Vietnam. Today, people throughout the country are gathering to remember and share stories of these veterans and to honor and pay tribute and gratitude for those who have served our country and gave their all for the cause. Our gathering is just one small spark in the flame of pride that burns across the nation today and every day. It's not a lot, but it's one small way we can honor those who have made the ultimate sacrifice so that we can live in freedom. Your presence here today, and that of all people gathering around the United States, is a tribute to those lost troops in their service. It is our way to say and show that we remember them all. To include the soldiers who shivered and starved through the winter Valley Forge, the doughboys encrunched in the muddy trenches of France, the waves of men landing on the beaches of France, and those in planes over the enemy territory, those on ships and those taking the islands into the Pacific, to those in the forest of Belgium, and to those at the frozen Chosin, to those who participated in the hot jungles of Vietnam, and now those on the mountaintops in Afghanistan. All gave some gave all. The whole world is their tomb. I'd like to take a moment to give a hand salute to all the veterans organizations that are here that have already been mentioned, and to my special one, Cumberland Post 13 Honor Guard, for giving their time to honor those who have fallen, and also Chapter 172, who also give time to honor the fallen in their organization and around the community. I want to thank everyone for attending. God bless you, your family, those in today's uniform, and God bless these United States. We will never forget our POWs or MIAs. Thank you.